Natchitoches, Louisiana. From here, there arose a legend as old as the school itself. The story goes that on April 21st, 1985, a junior student named Alex Pike vanished without a trace outside the now abandoned natatorium. Over the years, it has been an undying legend among the student body that his ghost haunts the building to this day.
First thing I'd like to ask you is, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one?
No, but I'd like to see one day. It seemed really cool.
I do not believe in ghosts.
Is there any reason particularly why?
There's no empirical evidence supporting that they exist, so I have no reason to believe in them.
I'm not a big believer in ghosts, but I've heard students talk about hearing him and occasionally even seeing him walking around the natatorium.
Whatever actually happened to him is a mystery, but the most commonly heard story says that he snuck into the natatorium, where he drowned after being dared to hold his breath under the water for a dangerously long time. But who exactly was Alex Pike?
He was one of my students. He was in one of my survey classes. But he was one of those kids that was real quiet, and he kind of sat back. And I had to really work hard to call him and to get him to become involved in class discussions, which he did and did fine when he actually got involved, but it took him a long time to get comfortable. As a matter of fact, I kind of thought he was just starting to get comfortable and was really coming into his own when he disappeared.
We then tracked down the person who brought us here, a student who claimed to have had an unforgettable ghostly encounter. For the sake of his privacy, he has asked that his identity be withheld.
I was going on my normal evening walk. I do it every Tuesday. I was walking by the natatorium and I thought I heard something. It was like a gurgling sound, like someone was drowning, but that couldn't be. The natatorium's been drained. It's been empty for years. So I go over there. There's this hole in the ground near the natatorium. It just seems like it goes right under it, you know? And I walked there and I looked into it, and the gurgling sound was loud, and I got really cold, and there was this feeling of dread that just washed over me. I couldn't explain it. There was nothing unusual, but as I was looking into that hole, I thought I saw something like this bluish white face, just gently gleaming from inside the hole. I looked closer at it, trying to figure out what it was, and then it screamed at me, and I ran. I was scared. I was terrified. I ran back to Prudhoe as fast as I could.
Do you believe that guy's story?
I mean, I don't have enough evidence to back it up, but like I think it's plausible. I think it could have happened. I mean, it seems logical. I've never heard anything about the natatorium being haunted. But it could make sense. I mean, people could have died there before, but I don't know why he would attack anybody. He probably just wants to, get out more than anything. I mean, that's usually what ghosts want to do. If they're trapped somewhere, they just want to get out, so they need attention. So they might attack someone, so that way the paranormal investigators come in and then they release them.
What do you think could have happened?
I think they were just attacked by some random person, probably a hobo.
I would think maybe they were under the influence of alcohol or other mind-altering substances, or alternatively came up with a creative excuse for something to happen.
Well, there's a lot of stories going around. Some people said he was murdered. Other people said he was mugged and disappeared. Some said that he was kidnapped. Obviously I wasn't there, so I don't know the story. But yeah, I believe that something bad happened to Alex.
Whether you believe it or not, it was shocking enough to prompt an in-depth investigation. And we brought the ideal man for the job. Ron Spector, expert with all things paranormal.
Here we are on our way to investigate the ghost of Alex Pike, an LSMSA student that disappeared in 1985. This adventure started after my own life was ruined by paranormal activities, and I've begun trying to help those who have been afflicted by the same things. This is Ron Spector. I'm speaking to whatever spirit resides in this place. Why are you haunted? What is your name? requesting any spirits here to make themselves known now. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? They don't look very cooperative tonight.
So, Ron, what did you think we got there?
I think we got a conclusive kinetic response from the spirit.
Is that good? Bad?
That depends on how angry he is. It means he's there. Whether that's good or bad, anybody's guess. Generally, loud, forceful contacts like that don't occur with benign spirits. Benign spirits prefer to move things, they're a bit more trickster-like. They like to play jokes on people. Angry spirits hit things, slam things, break things. We may have a very rough case on our hands.
So do you think we should get someone to get rid of the ghosts?
I would recommend an exorcism for any haunted area, even with a benign spirit, because by and large, it's only a matter of time before the spirit finds something to be vengeful for.
While we may never know the truth behind Alex's disappearance, it's clear that the legend he left behind lives on.
I'm disappointed at losing this kid because I thought he had some real promise. But he's almost contributed more to the campus just by the stories of his, or the myths of his ghost, than anything else. So I guess if Alex in fact is dead, and there's no reason to believe that he isn't, I guess I would say to him that his ghost is still a member of the LSMSA community.